Have you ever wondered why meditate? In such a chaotic world, meditation may be the key to finding clarity and balance. But you don't need hours or complicated techniques for that. Meditating is simple, accessible, and when done correctly, it can transform your mental and emotional health. Want to know how to start and why it could change your life? Let's get straight to the point by demystifying meditation in a practical and effective way. The science behind meditation reveals a fascinating world of internal changes that occur in the brain and body. When you meditate, specific areas of the brain, such as the prefrontal cortex, the ACC, anterior cingulate cortex, and the insula, play crucial roles. These areas act like the conductors of an orchestra, coordinating internal sensations, emotions, and decisions. It's almost as if the brain creates a calm space in the middle of everyday chaos. Meditation practice transforms these processes, regulating how the mind perceives and deals with reality. What's interesting is that during meditation, people not only feel more centered but also experience a slowing down of life's fast rhythms. The insula, for instance, helps interpret bodily sensations, which directly influences how we react to stress. Imagine being stuck in traffic, stressed by the noise and rush. With consistent meditation practice, the brain learns to process such situations much more calmly and rationally. The ACC, on the other hand, is deeply linked to decision-making. And who doesn't need a sharper mind in that sense, right? If you've ever felt you couldn't choose between one thing or another, meditation can help as it strengthens this part of the brain, making decision-making less stressful and clearer. A practical example. When you're in a difficult situation at work, meditating can be the key to dealing with it more calmly, prioritizing what really matters. Now, the prefrontal cortex is responsible for task execution, logic, and planning. What's curious is that the more you meditate, the more this part of the brain is exercised. It's like a mental gym where each session improves your ability to focus and complete your daily tasks more efficiently. Just think, spending a few minutes a day could improve your performance in all areas of life. And the impact isn't just mental. Meditation also physically affects the body. Heart rate slows down, cortisol levels drop, and breathing becomes deeper. It's almost as if the brain tells the body, "It's all right, you're safe." Over time, these changes add up, bringing benefits ranging from increased productivity to more restorative sleep. Thus, by transforming your brain, you also transform your body and how you interact with the world around you. During today's video, in addition to the main topics, I'd like to share something that made a difference for me. Recently, I started using CineBoost, which has helped me improve focus, energy, and even reduce anxiety in my daily life. If you're interested in learning more, check out the pinned comment. And the best part is, you only pay for the shipping. When people think of meditation, many imagine someone sitting in the lotus position, eyes closed, maybe with incense burning nearby. But the reality is that there are various types of meditation, and there isn't just one correct way to practice it. From sitting quietly to walking mindfully, they are all valid forms of meditation. The interesting thing is that each of these practices works different aspects of the brain and body, allowing you to adapt meditation to your lifestyle. For example, for those with a busy routine who can't imagine sitting still for long periods, walking meditation can be an excellent alternative. By focusing on steps, breathing, and surrounding sounds, the mind calms and the body moves. It's a practice that fits perfectly with the external environment, allowing the person to find peace even amidst the hustle and bustle of daily life. Try going for a walk in a park or even around the neighborhood, focusing on the sensation of each step on the ground. Body scan meditation, on the other hand, is more introspective. In this technique, the practitioner pays attention to different parts of the body, feeling each area and identifying tensions or discomforts. This brings a deeper connection between mind and body, promoting a profound sense of relaxation. People who spend a lot of time sitting, for example, may find this practice extremely beneficial, as it helps release muscle tensions that often go unnoticed. Some types of meditation focus on the so-called third eye, which is a form of concentration that directs attention to the point between the eyebrows. This practice is associated with deeper and intuitive vision, something that can help you see things more clearly. And who doesn't want that, right? In a world where we are bombarded with information, cultivating the ability to look within and find answers can be extremely valuable. Additionally, there are meditations that simply involve observing your surroundings. Called mindfulness, this practice encourages the person to be fully present in the moment. It's like turning off autopilot and really paying attention to what's happening. Next time you're having a coffee or tea, try this. Feel the aroma, the warmth of the cup in your hands, and the taste of the liquid. Small moments like these can transform your relationship with everyday life. Each type of meditation has its unique benefits, and the best part is, you don't have to choose just one. Over time, you can experiment with different practices, finding the one that best suits what you need at the moment. After all, meditation doesn't have to be rigid or monotonous. It's a flexible tool that can be adjusted according to your needs and lifestyle. With so many options, the next step is to discover which one resonates most with you. Choosing the right type of meditation is like finding the perfect piece of a puzzle. Each person has a different journey, and the meditation that works for one may not work for another. The key is to adapt the practice to your personal goals, whether it's improving focus, sleeping better, or even dealing with stress. That's why the first step is understanding what you're seeking. If the goal is to improve concentration, meditation techniques that involve intense focus on a single object or sound can be ideal. For instance, those who struggle to stay focused on daily tasks may benefit from mindfulness meditation, which trains the brain to remain in the present moment. Imagine you're working on an important project, but your mind keeps wandering. By adopting a meditation practice focused on concentration, you learn to observe those wandering thoughts and bring your attention back to what truly matters. This not only boosts productivity, but also reduces frustration caused by distractions. Now, if the issue is sleep, there are specific meditation practices to help with that. Meditations that involve body scanning or deep relaxation can be highly effective for slowing down the body and mind before bed. A good example would be setting aside a few minutes before lying down to do a guided meditation. The idea is to release the accumulated tensions from the day, which can significantly improve the quality of your sleep. The secret is creating a routine that allows your body to understand it's time to relax. For those seeking to improve mood or deal with anxiety, loving-kindness meditation can be an excellent choice. This practice focuses on cultivating feelings of compassion and empathy, both for yourself and for others. Instead of concentrating on a task or part of the body, the practitioner focuses on generating positive emotions. Imagine starting your day by dedicating a few minutes to sending good vibes to yourself and the people around you. It can make a huge difference in your emotional well-being. And of course, there are moments when you want something simple and practical. For that, there are short and effective meditations that can be done in just 3 minutes. These practices are ideal for those with a busy life but who don't want to miss out on the benefits of meditation. It can be on the way to work, while waiting for your coffee to brew, or even during a break in the middle of the day. The important thing is to maintain consistency and choose a technique that makes sense for your lifestyle. The interesting thing is there's no rigid formula. Meditation can be personalized and adapted to what you need at that moment. So, when choosing the right practice, the focus should be on how you feel and what you want to achieve. And of course, nothing prevents you from trying different techniques over time. After all, the meditation journey is always a personal one, and the more you explore, the more you discover about yourself. When you meditate, something extraordinary happens in both the brain and the body. Contrary to what many people think, meditation isn't simply a matter of superficial relaxation. It activates parts of the brain that change the way you perceive and interact with the world. One of the biggest impacts is the shift in focus between external perception, called exteroception, and internal perception, or interoception. It's like, for a few moments, you stop observing what's outside and start feeling what's happening inside you. This shift is significant because meditation activates the brain's interoception networks, allowing for a deeper connection with the body. When practicing meditation, the brain temporarily disconnects from the bombardment of external stimuli and begins paying attention to what's happening internally, like breathing, heartbeat, and even subtle emotions. Think of it as a pause button in the middle of a hectic life, where you can recharge and reconnect with yourself. A practical example of this perception change occurs when using meditation as a tool to reduce anxiety. During stressful moments, the brain is constantly on alert, focused on the external environment, searching for threats. Meditation teaches the brain to shift this focus, bringing attention back to the body and thus reducing the feeling of overload. You can do this simply by concentrating on your breath for a few minutes throughout the day. Besides the brain, the body also reacts to this change in focus. Studies show that meditation can reduce cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and improve heart rate variability, an indicator of cardiovascular health. At the same time, the body responds to practice with lower blood pressure and a feeling of physical relaxation. This is especially useful for those who live in a fast-paced environment and need tools to manage daily stress. The beauty of this brain and body activation is that it doesn't depend on long meditation sessions. Even short practices, lasting just a few minutes, can create these changes. Simply closing your eyes, breathing deeply, and focusing on your internal state can activate these brain networks and start the healing and balancing process. Over time, this practice becomes a powerful tool to handle the challenges of modern life more consciously and calmly. One of the biggest surprises about meditation is that, contrary to what many think, the more you practice, the less time you need to dedicate to it. This may seem counterintuitive, but the truth is that as you become more skilled, your ability to enter a deep meditative state accelerates. In the beginning, it's common to feel that you need to set aside long periods to meditate, but over time, even a 3-minute practice can bring powerful benefits. A short practice, when done consistently, can be incredibly effective. Imagine you have a busy schedule and can only meditate for 5 minutes a day. Those 5 minutes, if well spent, can provide mental clarity and stress relief comparable to a longer session. The key is quality, not quantity. You can, for example, practice deep breathing during a work break or while waiting for something in the oven. Small moments of meditation throughout the day accumulate significant results. Now, if you have time and are willing to do longer meditations, they also have their value. Extended meditation sessions allow for a deeper dive into the state of relaxation and internal connection. This is particularly useful when you're facing more complex challenges, such as making an important decision, or during times of great anxiety. In these cases, dedicating 20 or 30 minutes to meditate can bring a new perspective and a sense of balance that wouldn't be possible with a shorter practice. It's important to remember that there's no one-size-fits-all approach. Each person can discover what works best for them, and this may change over time. Perhaps in one phase of life, longer meditations are more suitable, while in another, short practices done several times a day are the best solution. The interesting thing is that as you progress in the practice, your body and mind become increasingly adept at entering the meditative state, and the amount of time required for this naturally decreases. Whether it's with a 3-minute or 30-minute practice, the important thing is to maintain consistency. Meditation is like any other exercise. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. So, next time you think you don't have time to meditate, remember that even a few minutes of practice can make a real difference in your day. And the more you do it, the quicker your brain adapts to these moments, making each session a valuable opportunity for mental and physical regeneration. The journey of meditation, from its origins to the present day, is a true study of how something so ancient can be so relevant in modern times. In ancient times, meditation was almost exclusively seen as a spiritual practice, a way to connect with the divine or achieve enlightenment. It was reserved for monks and those living a reclusive life. However, modern science eventually embraced meditation, recognizing its practical and measurable effects on the brain and body. For a long time, meditation was viewed with skepticism by the scientific community. After all, how could something as simple as sitting in silence bring tangible benefits? But as neuroscience advanced, researchers began to observe that meditation actually alters the structure and function of the brain. It was discovered that it promotes neuroplasticity, that is, the brain's ability to remodel itself by creating new neural connections. In practical terms, this means that meditation can help people become more resilient and overcome negative thought patterns. Historically, meditative practices were tied to philosophical and spiritual traditions, such as Buddhism and Hinduism. Today, however, meditation has transcended religious boundaries and is widely accepted as a secular tool for mental health and well-being. It has found its way into clinics, schools, and even corporate environments, where it is used as a way to reduce stress and improve performance. If in the past, meditation was reserved for a select few, today it is a practice accessible to all. Perhaps the most significant transformation has been the acceptance of meditation as a tool to modify the mind and brain. Neuroplasticity, a relatively new concept in science, challenges the belief that the brain is static and unchangeable after a certain age. Regular meditation shows that regardless of age, the brain can change and adapt, whether to improve memory, increase creativity, or reduce the effects of chronic stress. What's interesting is that this acceptance of meditation by modern science has opened the door to numerous studies and experiments. Every year, new studies are published, deepening our understanding of meditation's impacts on human well-being. This creates a virtuous cycle. The more it's studied, the more is discovered, and the more people become interested in the practice. We're at a point in history where ancient wisdom and modern discoveries meet, creating a unique moment of synergy between what was and what is. Now that you know how and why to meditate, it's time to start. Try it for a few minutes today and see how it can transform your day. Speaking of transformation, if you're seeking less anxiety and more mental clarity, I recommend CineBoost, which has helped me a lot. Take a look at the pinned comment for more information. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to keep learning more about how to improve your life.